Well, we're going to work this bunch here that we got up yesterday. We're working here at Travis's, where we got the newer alleyway here, and we made a couple of adjustments. So just one of them is we put this black tarp over that, so when the animals come in the bud box, they can't see those animals in this alleyway, and they look for this hole, which will be right here, see? And we put tin across that where they can't see anything off to the side either. It'll distract them. So they'll just naturally be looking for the hole to go into at the edge of that gate that just closed behind them. Because animals always want to go back to where they came from when they hit a dead end or a gate closes on them. So that's the theory behind the bud box. See, they go back to where they came from, and then they'll see the opening right there. Alright, so there they go into the bud box. This is our 10-foot alley here. We just have one single 10-foot alley, and honestly it works just as well as our 20-foot alley at my house. You're not walking back and forth up and down the alley as much. Everything's right there. Once in a while, the first one doesn't go all the way to the front, but you can push her up there. And if you remember, these gates we had to redo. So see, we had to make it go all the way to the bottom. We only went to that bottom bar, and kids and everybody would just put their head under it, lift the gate up on you. And then we made it where you could see through it. See, it was a solid panel there, and it didn't work. And they wouldn't go, they'd stop about halfway up. And then we had to put this wire at the top of it because they would jump over it. So if you have Mary at Stegall Manufacturing build you something, make sure that you instruct her, to do those couple of things there. Make that where you can see through it. Make it go all the way to the top and all the way to the bottom. Now that top is just a partition. It doesn't raise with the door, you see. And then we had to do the same thing on the back end, on that guillotine gate. And she's got gates that slide out to the side. You have to walk around that because it sticks out on the side. So we opted for this version of a gate, the guillotine gate versus a slide gate. We have slide gates at my house and they work okay, but we wanted to try this, and it works fine now. And Travis is giving the vaccines, the same ones we gave a few weeks ago, and now we're boostering them before we take them home and wean them. It's the Endovac and the CD&T, 1 cc of Endovac, and our CD&T calls for a 2 cc shot. Usually I'm running the wormer, but since I'm holding the camera, Travis is going to worm them. And we give 3 wormers, 3 separate worm guns. I went over that with a combination wormer. Go to wormx.com, look up combination wormer. They show you which families to use and what the dosages are for sheep and goats. We set the gun so that a lamb will get one pull, and maybe overdoes a little bit on the lamb, but then the ewe will get 2 pulls. I'd rather overdose them than underdose them. We haven't had any problem doing it that way. You can work a lot of animals with 2 guys or 3 guys. 2 guys could do it. 3 guys is easier. 1 guy bringing them up, getting in the bud box, giving the shots, and then usually it's me and Quinn worming. No need to catch their head all the time. You just got a guy that'll hold that animal. Okay, so now we just got finished up with these here. I don't know, it took us about 5 hours maybe. I don't know, there's probably around 600 animals. But I wanted to show you a little bit better picture here of what we had to do to this gate. Bottom, we had to make it come clear down to the bottom, see? It only used to come to where that last bar is, where this rope's tied off to. Now it comes clear on down as we had stuff pushing it, putting their head under it, pushing it up. And then up here, we filled this in right here. So we couldn't try to jump over. Sometimes they wouldn't jump over, but they try, they get hung up. So that's just a couple things that if you have Mary, Stagel Manufacturing there in I can't even think, Moberly, Missouri, I think is where she's at. Make sure she does that if you get these guillotine gates. This 3-way sorting gate, it works fine. We had to put a little extra extension on the bottom there because it only stopped there. Well, you would end up pulling it clear out sometimes when you work the gate. So we'll take these home, and there's some goats in there that'll have to come out of there. We'll have to run them through our system at home, just run them through real quick to sort those goats out of there, and they'll go to another place we got waiting on them. Actually, we took them away from there to eat some brush over here. And landowner said, hey, when are you going to bring those goats back? And so we'll bring a few here today. This won't be as many as he probably wants. But he said the brush is coming back. So. But this shorter alleyway, this 10-footer works just as well, really. Maybe even better than our 20-foot one at home, because you're just not walking up and down all the time. So yeah, I don't remember. I think these 2 side panels were maybe $350 each. Those end gates were maybe I don't know, $350, $400. Then we had to have them reworked. But And then we bought this riser so they could walk up on that. We don't have to bend over as far. And I recommend that, but you wouldn't have to have it. But I like it.